Wade and Wade reacts.
We have a subscriber request to check out some more of MetaNerdz lore, so let's get into it.
This advancement will change the face of warfare. But even more significant than that, it will take the focus of combat away from battleships and precision-guided weapons and give warfare's starring role to a new player.
What's up, MetaNerdz? This video will take us from the MS-02 and 3, which might just be the most obscure mobile suits out there. Finding any data on them at all was incredibly difficult. If you want to keep this series going, please hit that like button, it really does help. But let's get into it with this sheet, and at the end we'll get into the YMS-03 WAF, since that directly leads into the MS-04, and the 4 and 5 do have enough info to get their own video, which will be coming soon. So I've had this translated, and it reads, MS-01 original version, Pilot Xeon Military General Use, the first prototype mobile suit derived from the Mobile Worker series. Developed as part of early MS research, it was used mainly for testing and technological development. The experience gained from this unit led to the refinement of later mobile suits. MS-02 Origin version, Pilot Xeon Military General Use. A prototype mobile suit developed by utilizing the Mobile Worker system. It incorporated an operational feedback system, called an alpha system, to enhance pilot control and combat efficiency. The unit's structural elements were carried over into the MS-03 series, and it also shows the MS-04 prototype Zaku, Origin version, Pilot Xeon Military / Ramba-Ral, the first true combat mobile suit evolving from the MS-03. A predecessor to the Zaku series, it laid the foundation for Xeon's future mass-produced MS units. Armament tests included machine guns and cannons, with emphasis on enhanced mobility. This manga page seems to be about the 02 since it's commenting on improvements from a previous mobile suit. Dazzle? Well, the range of motion for the arms and legs has improved significantly. Oh, and after that. What's being referenced here to be after that could actually be the YMS-03 WAF. Maybe not technically starting with the MS, but it directly leads to the MS-04 Bugu, and is the first one that is military capable, what we might think of as a proper modern mobile suit in the way you think of a war mech. One of the biggest problems with the Mobile Worker MW01 model was the oversized generator, which had to be mounted externally like a giant backpack. Giran Zabi saw this as a joke. He even considered scrapping the entire MS project, thinking the final type looked ridiculous hauling around an exposed engine.
Gotta start somewhere.
Exposes its engine by strapping it on its back.
The WAF was a major breakthrough. Thanks to Professor Trenov Wymanovsky, a new fusion reactor was designed, smaller and compact enough to fit into the suit's frame. Manovsky also introduced the fluid pulse system, which used Manovsky particles to improve energy efficiency and maneuverability, making mobile suits more effective in space combat.
These are the schematics of my latest fusion reactor. As you can see, it is a quantum leap smaller than existing models, and there is no impact on its output. And this right here is the fluid pulse system.
The Tony Stark of
which makes
Gundam.
use of Minovsky particles. By using this method, we can smooth out the drive system and make active attitude control possible.
During tests in areas filled with Minovsky particles, the WAF showed performance levels that suggested it could outperform warships and guided missiles in space combat. Like the Mobile Worker Model 01 late type, the WAF's forearms could be swapped out for different attachments. In UC 0074, Minovsky presented a video simulation of the WAF to Giran Zabi, hoping to convince him that a Minovsky fusion-powered mobile suit was viable. He even promised Giran that a working model would be ready within the year. And true to his word, the WAF was quickly completed. However, after its completion, development had already shifted toward a more combat-ready successor. The WAF never entered formal production, as it was quickly phased out in favor of the newer designs. It would stand 17.34 meters or 56 feet 11 inches, more than a 5-story building, or less than a meter shorter than the RX-78-2 Gundam. The WAF was not only a technological leap in mobile suit development, but it also introduced new weapon concepts, like the Heat Hawk, a devastating melee weapon capable of slicing through armor in most vehicles. The working principle behind the Heat Hawk appears to be induction heating, where an electromagnetic field passes through the blade, heating it to extreme temperatures. Powered by the mobile suit's reactor, the electromagnetic current rapidly heats the blade, making it an effective anti-armor weapon. While traditional blades might be made of hardened steel, which melts around 2000 Kelvin, a more advanced material, like the tantalum hafnium carbide, which has the highest known upper use temperature of 4050 Kelvin, could theoretically be used for the Heat Hawk's blade, ensuring durability and resistance to extreme heat in combat. It also had a prototype bazooka, and a shield that can stop most conventional weaponry. Now this sheet helps us understand the out-of-universe reasons for why info on the MS-02 was so hard to find. The Zaku that vanished like a phantom on paper. This mobile suit design was planned for the Origin, but it never appeared in the final version. Although the Zaku name was attached to this concept, it was ultimately abandoned before its development was finalized. This title reads, with exclamation point and question mark, was the MS project almost cancelled? MS-02. The MS project is cancelled warning was issued, nearly stopping development. However, Xeon researchers were determined to continue the research, ensuring that mobile suits would eventually become a reality. The MS-02 prototype represents an early mobile suit concept, which was later revised into the final Zaku design. Yoshikazu Yasuhiko check. Originally, this design was meant to be a heavy industry machine for work use. The concept was adjusted multiple times, making it closer to a combat mobile suit. One major challenge was whether this design should be used as a precursor to later MS models, or remain in the original function as a work machine. In continuing with this, it just shows how they make that jump to the 04. Origin MS concept development, pages 14 to 15, introduced the first original mobile suit design appearing in the Origin. The editorial team referred to it as Early Zaku, and it was fully sketched out by Yoshikazu Yasuhiko. Initially, 3 different units were mentioned, but only one was officially recognized in the storyline. First generation ZIXA-2, the initial concept model laying the foundation for early MS development. Second generation, the ZIXA-3, also known as the MS-01, the semi-production test model refining the basic humanoid structure. And so it just skips 2 and 3. The next thing it says is third generation MS-04, further refined to MS-04 specifications, later transitioning into early combat-capable units.
I know, it's crazy.
During the storyboarding phase, there was consideration of additional prototypes, but not all were included in the final storyline. So most have never seen the MS-2 and 3. When you include the YMS-03 WAF, I hope you now better understand the progression from the 1 all the way to the 4.
Shout out to MetaNerdz lore once again, because this was a pretty informative video. You get to see the transfer from the beginning suits, the prototypes, you know, all the way up to the ones that didn't really see too much battle, I don't think, but they got to become what we know as what a mobile suit looks like. And without Minovsky, Xeon definitely would have took a L.
For real.
Because Bird came up with that mobile suit, it was a game changer. Even though in reality, I don't understand how a mobile suit would be a game changer. I mean, maybe you can use a mobile suit to board a ship, but other than that, I mean, in real space battle, mobile suit's not changing anything, but in the confines of this series, it definitely is a game changer. And this series, like I said when we was watching the video, has so much lore, and the Gundam fans are insane because you guys buy these booklets and read through the booklets, and that's crazy dedication that the creators of the Gundam series, people that's keeping it alive, are even feeding the fans this much, because a lot of series, they don't have this much lore.
Not even close. Considering how much lore Gundam has makes me wonder how many people they have on the Gundam team that are responsible for creating the lore and making sure that the history of the mobile suit development and the development of other weapons are recorded similar to how engineers would record their advancements in real life. They have to have a super, super big team, maybe 500 or more. If they have anything less than that number, that is some crazy dedication to their work, and I hope they're getting paid real good for that too. But talking about how the mobile suit changed the game in war in the Gundam universe, I think that the mobile suits were a less detectable vehicle than a battleship. Since they're so small, maybe they can maneuver around objects and obstacles quicker than a battleship could. And since it's super dark in space, maybe it's hard to see a small machine like a mobile suit so he can get around the ships and, like we've seen, take advantage of some of their weaknesses and blind spots.
Yeah, maybe, because I don't think Gundam has shown. I mean, probably, I don't know, the people that's real lore heads will probably tell us, but Gundam doesn't seem to have advanced AI. So something like their targeting system might not be as something that we would imagine would be in the future. But like you said, all the lore masters, I know Star Wars, they have I think it's called Story Group or something like that. They have people responsible for keeping the lore intact, even though we know that that's not always the case. I'm pretty sure it's like that in Gundam. things get retconned all the time. You're like, hold on, wait a minute. I thought y'all said that this can do this. And then when you actually see somebody else come in, a new writer or a new artist or something, they might tweak a suit or change the way the Minoski or some type of particle works, and it upsets the fans, but then it's later retconned, just like any series that's been going on for a long time.
True. Hey, that does it for our reaction to this subscriber request. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Also, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you'll never miss a video from Wade and Wade Reacts.
And we're out here.
Peace.